This former YouTuber, as you see in the screen, is pretty cool on the outside, but inside, she isn't. Also, yes, guys, I have a Skechers United account, so be sure to follow me on there. The link will be in the description below. What is up, guys? I am sorry for not posting that much often. I have been losing a lot of motivation a lot, but this isn't the content that I usually do. It's about sick fic content and other type of stuff. But anyways, I am going to be ranting about a former YouTuber named Ka Puzzles, aka former name is Coco Fluff. I did explain her in my previous rant, which if you haven't seen, you could check it out. But this is going to be a collab with two other people, which is my online father Jinwoo and Unicorn Playroom, which is my friend, or I should say my best friend. And also another thing is that I might be able to say some recaps. Then I'm gonna give my online father Jinwoo a chance to speak up, what has been happening with him, and then with myself explaining about what is currently happening right now, and then Unicorn Player will be currently asking us about what is happening in this situation with her, on what she's been going through a lot. But I will be censoring a lot of stuff because there is going to be a lot of trigger warnings as well. So just to warn you that it's going to contain a lot of sensitive topics. So the huge recap was that apparently I used to be friends with Coco Fluff. We had a very good time. We've been friends for 2 years almost. And we've gotten pretty along. We got pretty good, and we started becoming good friends back in 2024. Her old name used to be Kokichi_702, and I had a lot of videos talking about that user, so that's pretty much the case. And apparently, around May 2026, I was basically over about a drama that had been happening with me, Unicorn Playroom, and herself, and including with Jinwoo. And we wanted to end it all. So I went into a live stream, and me and Father Jin had confronted her about this, but apparently she did not understand. We need to change. We need to change her personality, because I'm an upcoming sophomore, and I want to just get things fixed, and I don't want this to get any worse, and I don't want this to escalate so bad. So what I had done is that we confronted her, explained to her that we didn't want any more drama and other stuff. Sorry. But apparently she got sensitive and started crying, and then her friends started attacking me for no entire reason, because I never did anything wrong. I was just only sitting there. And then things started to escalate so much to the point where she had deleted her entire channel. Sorry, I have the hiccups. But it got to the point where she had to delete her channel or just hide her channel instantly, and just not come back to YouTube again, and then move on to a different platform. And to the point where her friends started attacking me, and Jinwoo, and then the other types of stuff. And it's pretty sad. I have to see her go, especially when she lost a friend that actually truly cared for her, and now I do not care for her anymore. It's pretty sad. And I really wanted to continue on with my Sulliver's Nightmare series, and I wanted to remake it. I wanted to remake it to a different scene, but I might have to discontinue it or just replace them with a new person that I could actually collab with to actually help me out with making the video. Then after that, it started to settle down. It started to settle down until which I'm gonna explain after that. I don't know. I'm so tired. I woke up early in the morning, voice acting this. But with that being said, I'm just gonna let Jinwoo take the role since I am super tired and I have the hiccups. So it's gonna be very hard to explain, which I was rushing through voice acting this or voice recording this. But yeah, Jinwoo, go ahead and just take the lead.
Hello, Daughter Celebera. Thank you for having me here in this rant video once again, exposing Coco Fluff. So, here in this rant video, along with Daughter Celebera and her friend Unicorn Playroom, which is also my friend, I wanted to let's go address about what happened with her in the past and why are we speaking about this one in the video. So it all started when Coco Fluff started doing these anti-pose type of stuff against people who she herself despised. For example, Samantha Boyd, Unicorn Playroom, Chloe B. Basically content that she despised of them, because from what I know, Samantha Boyd and Unicorn Playroom made Boyd. Unicorn Playroom used to make Boar, but not anymore. Boar, yes. As you all can hear, Boar. Samantha Boyd and Unicorn Playroom makes Boar. Even though Unicorn Playroom left it a while ago. But that's not the case. So the case here is that this individual that was 2 years friends with my daughter Celebera called Coco Fluff, she started making anti-posts out of these people, basically despising them for doing this type of content and basically creating drama over the very people who she is making anti-posts out of. The people are fighting against her and she's fighting against them in creating some senseless drama that was not gonna get nobody nowhere. It was gonna continuously continuing on and on and on and on, but nothing will stop it. That is until one day me and Celebera had enough and went into a live stream in my YouTube channel and confronted her about it. We told her that we are done with involving ourselves in drama with her because we were tired. We were tired to be dragged into something that will constantly be happening and happening over and over again with no end limit. And basically confronted to her in a serious way. I had to raise my voice to make her understand that it's all over, that she cannot be out here creating more and more drama when literally she has daughter and others who were on her side making drama, chained up to her own use to go up against the very people who she's making a drama with. Well, that ain't happening anymore. Once me and daughter confronted that about her, she started feeling sensitive over me raising my voice, which in reality I had all the rights to raise my voice because we were just so tired, and she needed to learn the habit to stop doing this unnecessary drama because she wouldn't listen. She genuinely wouldn't listen, and that from there on, everything went real on. After that, Coco and daughter Celebera cut ties with Coco cutting ties with Celebera first because of the unnecessary drama, and for a post that she herself said that she didn't made, but in reality she did made. That it was hating on me and my fans. From what I know in her description says F Jin Woo and his fans, LOL. Which is truly devastating and sad to hear from her. Someone who me and daughter admired. I admired when daughter presented me to her in her birthday. Coco seemed like a nice girl, a very genuinely kind and good girl. But as soon as the days and the weeks came in, moving forward and forward, we have saw a side of her that we never thought would have seen in her. Not only the dramas, but also in live streams. Whenever daughter Celebera would want to talk about her content that is amazing, and you should go subscribe to her to make from her fetish vomit content. When in the live streams, when daughter Celebera would like to mention something about sick Celeber or any type of sick character in her content, Coco would always say stuff like, "Oh, shut up! Who cares about sick Celeber, or who cares about vomit fetish in general and stuff like that?" I would be interested more in like SMG4 characters, which is off the rails, something disrespectful to say, because if okay, I get it. You do not want to hear of Six Celeber or something vomit fetish from daughter Celebera. Okay, we get it. You do not want to hear it. But there's one thing of not wanting to hear it, and then the next thing saying it in a rude way that who cares? Like, I care. And there's other people who care about her vomit and sick content that she makes. I care. You cannot be out here saying that who cares about your content, nobody cares about Celebrate, nothing like that. When me, as her online father and other fans that she has, truly care for her content and truly like it. Because that's her own way of creativity and imagination. You cannot be out here saying this disrespectful stuff when in the inside, in the outside, daughter might be laughing at you like if it was a joke, but in the inside she's feeling a little bit of pain that you said that, because you're like basically disrespecting her content by saying that. You know, we're human beings, we're not robots. We're human beings with feelings and emotions. What you say can have a consequence in your life or at your very own risk of getting in trouble. Saying something so disrespectful to someone, especially if it's their content, that is something that is not good. Something that shouldn't be good and allowed on YouTube. And this platform is all about being positive, being creative, and people will enjoy your content. But never to act disrespectful over someone who makes sick content or vomit fetish content, and then act like you rather see something else in her content. If you don't like her content and you want to speak of it that way, then don't watch it or don't hear it. Simple as that. You do not want to care about her sick content or nothing like that, ignore it. There are other people who will listen to her sick content and her vomit fetish content, and those people could be me and other people in the live stream, her fans, my fans. They all care for her. I care for her. The online family cares for her content. We love it. Even though some find it disgusting, we absolutely adore it. We do not complain. Even I myself like to make my own character sick. That's how far her content inspires me. So yeah, this has been all basically that I wanted to speak about the individual we all know as Coco Fluff once again. That from now here, daughter will explain to you how basically Coco hasn't changed at all by going into a website that where Coco is posting like some drawing that she's making, and basically daughter will give you the descriptions on how she didn't change by Coco stealing daughter's OC and making like a variant out of it, which is truly something that is like you're not supposed to do, because you're basically like stealing somebody else's creation without their permission and knowledge. And yeah, I will leave, and I'll give this part to daughter. Ka-chow. Jingle out.
Now I'm gonna get to the point on what has been happening with me and the other crew currently. Also, thank you again, Jinwoo, for actually saying this. So the next thing that actually happened was, I saw a live stream, and it was, of course, someone I despised, which was, I'm not gonna say it. I'm just not gonna say it. Because due to reasons. Because I'm not gonna say it. So I was just checking out live stream, and currently I saw a Mr. Puzzles and then a bootleg OC that she had currently made. I thought she still cared for me, so I didn't really care. But once I went to Sketchers United, so that way I could connect to more other people, I accidentally found her channel. Not her channel, but like her account, which was called Cop Puzzles, and that was pretty scary. And once I scrolled all the way down, I noticed she changed my OC and changed it to Diana. I think that's what the name is. And that OC was stolen. So I hated that. I was pissed off that my main OC was stolen and got turned into a bootleg. But I did realize the fact that I had redesigned my main OC a lot of times. She doesn't understand that I had redesigned it, and she can't do nothing about it. And she's using my old design for my OC. She thought that I stopped using it, or I just deserved it. But I still use it, to be fair. And then she called me out for making sick fake content out of mid-fight masses characters, which is, of course, Soliver. But the thing is, that's my content. That's what I usually do. I do not condone any harassment towards me, since I had this obsession when I was like 7 years old, and then moving on when I was like 11. So once I saw that, I got very pissed off, and then I decided to expose her on my channel, and apparently she found out about that. She responded to me, and she actually blocked my main account, but I am currently using another account that she does not know yet. So I would still be able to look out for her to see what is happening. She says she was uncomfortable because she didn't want anybody else to attack, but I still have more evidence to her, so this is gonna be a lot difficult for her to actually like see this. But she does not know that I have a different account, so that's pretty fair. Then another thing was that she had currently stated that said that like I am a character that makes gross vomit fetish, but in reality, like in the old days, she requested me to make some of these videos, and then she even voice acted it herself. She literally voice acted like Coco getting sick, nauseous, and then everyone else getting like sick as hell. And I don't see the reason why she's attacking me when she was literally collabing with me. Like, she was collaborating. We worked on several videos together. We worked on a lot of stuff. And she even liked my content ever since she was 12 or 13. But now she's calling me a gross vomit freak. Vomit fetish freak. Yeah. And she is still attacking Unicorn Playroom. Once I saw on her whiteboard, not on her whiteboard, but on one of her other friends' whiteboard, she made a anti-post out of, not anti-post, but an anti-drawing out of HV, and then her other friends decided to do that, which is pretty stupid. Which is pretty not good, and I'm not sure. Because it kind of like makes me like mad that she's still not changing to the way she used to be back like around 2024. And that's pretty disappointing, not gonna lie. Although we are still having this argument, but she does not respond to me because I haven't heard from her in like 2 days or a day, I don't know, 3 days, I don't know. But once she sees this exposing video, she's gonna know, and then she's probably gonna respond to me. But I really hope, but I'm not gonna say anything too much in detail because I had a little chat with her dad like around June, and apparently I told him like what has been happening. She kept bullying me, she was being rude to me, told me that nobody cared about my sickness content and anybody else, and she kept interrupting me whenever I was just talking about my lore and other stuff. And then she only cared about herself, and she only cared about characters in SMG4, like Mr. Puzzles and other type of stuff. And yeah, hopefully I could have a little chat with her dad to see if he can confront her about why she keeps doing this, why she keeps calling me a freak, although she has done this content for a while. And I just wanted to get this settled and maybe hope we could get back to being friends, maybe, or just be acquaintances for now. But for that being said, for the sake of my time, I am going to let Unicorn Player like get the chance to like speak, since I know this is gonna be a little bit hard time talking, but I'm gonna give her a chance to speak. So I'm gonna be censoring some stuff for her since she doesn't want anyone to know that she swears or has some sensitive topics. Like, no, I'm not gonna say all that stuff, but if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But anyways, Unicorn Player, I'll give you the chance.
Hi everyone, it's me, better known as Unicorn Playroom on this platform. You may already know me, but for those who don't know me yet, I'm one of Cell's friends. I'm just an autistic teen who loves Danganronpa V3 and voice acting, and more importantly, I was one of Coco Fluff's victims, and it got so bad she almost pushed me to suicide. So let me explain a little bit better. You see, back when I first joined the Danganronpa community, and I didn't even know all the characters' voices yet, she actually used to be my friend, and she started off really nice. We loved to role play, and I loved her drawings, and she just started off like a good friend. But over time, I noticed something was really, really wrong with her, and I tried to help her, but I didn't know what to do. She started acting depressed, and she made posts of her hurting herself, and I was scared. I was worried she was going to take her own life, but she never did. That was the first red flag for me, her saying she was going to take her own life, but she never did. And then she started acting kind of controlling. She often used the character Kokichi Oma in her videos. Yes, the Kokichi Oma, that checkered scarf Fanta-loving goofball. That guy. That's how I started to like Danganronpa in the first place, was through her. She made Kokichi a likable character, and I liked that. But as I mentioned, she had problems, and she often depicted herself as Kokichi, and she treated him like he was her own OC. First of all, no, he is not. He's a V3 character, and you can do whatever you want with it. Everybody can use him. I use him. But yeah, that just felt kind of weird that she treated Kokichi like he was her own OC, and I don't know. She also used his beta design, which she called Kokochi, hence how she got her name, Coco Fluff. And whenever I used either Kokichi or Beta Kokichi, she started acting like it was directed towards her, and she would get really, really mad. And now you know why in some of my videos I put the character, not the user, under Kokichi's name. It was just that bad. My best friend Ruby didn't really like her for what she did, and I didn't really like her either, to be honest. But despite all that, I continued being friends with her. It's either selfless or stupid, depending on how you look at it. But one day, everything came crashing down. And I feel like, in a way, it was my fault. You see, this user, who for privacy reasons I'll just call Sarah, she made fetish content that I freaking hate. And Coco harassed her 24/7, and she just traced over her art. And I don't like fetish art either, but tracing and harassment, that's a bit much, don't you think? She might be a kid judging by her drawings. Anyways, I tried to stay as far away from that as possible. Like, I did not want to get involved in harassment like that. I mean, bullying is not my strong suit at all. I hate bullying. But anyways, Ruby's mom, who I won't say the name of for privacy reasons, she told me to apologize to Sarah, and I didn't want to. She kept texting me nonstop, and I told her I don't want to. And then I think she said something like, if you don't apologize, Ruby won't be your friend anymore. Which is both guilt-tripping and fucked up, if you ask me, pardon my language. And so I felt trapped, and I had to apologize via community post, which I deleted not long after because it just made me feel so wrong. And Coco saw it, and she went ballistic. The next thing you know, she's making harassment live streams behind my back. She manipulated Jin and Cell into joining her, and honestly, that just shows how much of a psychopath she is. She is just like Kokichi with none of his nice side. She lies, she manipulates, and she's just bad news, okay? I saw those live streams. The things she said about me crushed me like a soda can under a truck tire. She made fun of my old videos, which, hey, they were stupid, I admit. She admitted to stealing, and she just really messed me up. And I had to deal with this 24/7. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt like I was still the piece of garbage I was a long time ago when I started, and I just wanted to get out. I wanted to die. And in January of this year, my dad died. I don't want to talk about what happened, but all you need to know is that he struggled with alcoholism and he died in the hospital when I wasn't there. So not only did I have to deal with the loss of my dad, but I had to deal with Coco harassing me and talking trash about me in those live streams. She manipulated Jin and Cell into joining her, and honestly, that just shows how much of a psychopath she really is. She's just like Kokichi, but with none of his nice side. She's a liar, she's a manipulator, she's just terrible, okay? And not to mention, she traces. She even traced from me a couple of times. And she stole half of my OCs, particularly Mono Nico and Mono Pup, and two of my favorite Danganronpa OCs from a fan game I'm working on. My Aussie Xander and my adorable little long-banged character, Zoro. Why would you steal Xander and Zorro? Why them? And one night, I was pushed to my absolute limit. After watching one of her streams, I broke down in front of my mom, and we had kind of a fight, and I cut myself in front of her. I scratched myself on the arms and legs until I bled. Fortunately, I have short fingernails, so it didn't cut that bad. But my mom noticed I was bleeding, and she looked at me, and I was like, what? What's wrong? In this dead voice. And then she told me, Mia, your leg is bleeding. And sure enough, I was. I got a small cut on my right leg. That is how far Coco pushed me. I'm an edgelord, I know, that was stupid. Bully me in the comments if you want. I admit that was stupid, but I was really hurt by what she said. Has she not watched those PSAs? Words hurt? Does she not realize that? My God. I ran to the bathroom and disinfected my leg and put a Band-Aid on it, and I couldn't sleep for the rest of the night. I just cried. I was broken, physically and mentally. And it was all this psychopath's fault. She ruined me. She wanted me to suffer. She loved seeing me suffer, and I don't know why. All because I was forced, sorry, I'm stuttering a little. All because I had to apologize to this Sarah girl. If you hate someone's content, don't watch it. That's what I tell people all the time. You don't have to harass them all the time, Coco. Why can't you see that? She also said I use autism as an excuse. Complete bullshit. I was diagnosed when I was 9 years old, Coco, and you wouldn't know what it's like to have autism because you fake depression. You don't know what it's like, Coco. My dad used to be an alcoholic. I had to witness him and my mom fighting. I had to witness them get a divorce, and now he's gone, and you're not helping me whatsoever. You turned trust into a monument of greed. I'm fucking sick of it, Coco. Why can't you see that? Just leave me alone, okay? You already ruined me! You ruined my life! You ruined Sal's life! You ruined Jen's life! You ruined everyone's lives! That's why you don't have any friends! Sorry. My point is, do not trust Coco. She's a bad friend, and if you become friends with her, she'll just manipulate you and betray you behind your back, and you might not be as lucky as I am. So, my word of advice, if you see someone with the name Coco in it, just don't give them a chance, not even once. And Coco, if you're watching this, before you say something like, she's lying again, you're the liar here. You wouldn't know what kind of pain I had to go through because of you. You wouldn't know what you put Sal and Shin through. You are made of stupid. I'm done. I'm done being the victim. I'm done being your plaything. You see me as a punching bag or something. Well, guess what, Coco? I'm not gonna fall for your lies anymore. We're done. Anyways, as Sal may or may not have mentioned, in one of their live streams, Jen finally realized what a vile human being Coco really was and called her out and explained that this drama will not stop until someone is dead, and he put a stop to it. And she didn't listen. She doubled down, and she guilt-tripped her audience one last time with a fake-ass video, and then she just quit YouTube altogether. The last I saw of her was her whiny little clad ass being kicked off the platform by her father. Good riddance. I'm glad she's off the internet now. I don't want to deal with her harassment anymore. I'm sick of her lying and manipulating me, and I'm just done. I'm done. And that's all I have to say, really. That's my time, everybody. Good night, Hope's Peak Academy. Back to you, Cell.
Thank you so much, Mia. I hope you get better. I feel like that's pretty much it. The only thing that I needed to say is that, I'm not sure if I want to be back to being friends with her anymore, because I've been getting a lot of hate comments defending her side, with like mostly about her, told me I was heartless, saying that I was defending a groomer, which he is not, and she did not been groomed. All those pictures that he did was satire. All those pictures that he had immediately done, they were not canon. They were satire, and basically, that was pretty much it. They accused Father Jin for no entire reason, although he claimed that he did say that all his stuff that he makes as a joke are satire and not officially canon. So, but I usually take his stuff as a joke. I don't really care. But, mainly, that's pretty much it. I might leave something in the end. I'm not so sure if I have the time. But anyways, be sure to go ahead and follow me on my Sketchers United account, and be sure to like and subscribe to my channel for furthermore details. And see you in the next video whenever I can. Bye bye.
I wander like birds and like birds, and perspective and for gold, and I want time to stare.